Hi, as I mentioned, I'm back, and as you've noticed, I'm back with This is Quinny Jr. Two documentaries about Lewis were released yesterday, so we can take advantage of that. For people who don't know what's going on in character analysis, here are the exact details, which are supported by clear evidence covering the entire character and his role in the Basili Land story. Lewis, whose full name is Lewis H. Andrews, was born on October 11, 1994. Therefore, he was 26 years old in 2020. His height can vary between 185 and 197 centimeters. He is a white-skinned man with red eyes and black hair. During his time in SMBL, he was the 736th SMBL guard in Basili Land. Lewis H. Andrews was born in 1994, and the place of birth is unknown. It could be either downtown or Honeytown, but there is nothing ruling out that he might have been born somewhere else. The exact names of his parents and their fates are unknown as well. However, in Golden Gate, Nick Zato sends a letter to Lewis's father suggesting that Mr. Andrews has some connection to Basili Land and Sky High. Nothing is known about Lewis's childhood, but it is clear from the letter that Lewis is a very intelligent man. Moving on to the years when Lewis was already trained as an SMBL guard, this could have been around 2018 to 2020 if he was successfully accepted into SMBL on March 4, 2020. Let's delve into the SMBL recruitment process. Of course, there is information I have provided here, such as his full name and year of birth. We can also expect details about his physical condition, which is likely a plus. Interestingly, Lewis scored successfully killed 1515, suggesting that he might have been involved in the execution of 15 prisoners who were sentenced to death. Next, under basic information, we have an intriguing statement. I think that he is a pretty good candidate for the next CEO. This is a significant point to keep in mind for later. Then we encounter the term gerasium, which is mentioned for the first time. It is unclear what gerasium is, but from the context, it seems to be a substance that has a negative effect on Lewis. It is later revealed that Lewis is affected by gerasium to the extent that it impairs his ability to listen. Lewis could potentially assist with the Basili Land resistance. The document was written by Forrest S. Walden, who is likely in charge of the Basili Land SMBL recruitment process. This is evident from the fact that he wrote the same content on this document featuring Jimmy, who is also an SMBL guard, but we'll explore him in more detail at another time. Now we are in 2021, and Lewis is no longer in SMBL. Why is he not there? Did he get fired? Well, no. I believe he was promoted to the point where he became a Basili landowner, possibly for public image purposes. Okay, I understand this is a lot, but let me explain. Now we need to focus on the tapes, specifically the first one in which he appears. It's time to change. Yes, that's the first one, and we can even see the effect that gerasium has on Lewis. He talks about how the old logo is outdated. Now, here come the effects on Lewis that I mentioned earlier. Gerasium seems to have split his personality into one normal personality and another, which I've named Maniac. Lewis's eyes turn red when his Maniac personality speaks. Forrest Walden refers to this personality as Maniac as well. For a few minutes when gerasium affects him, he doesn't follow orders. This is evident when he says something unusual in a video where he introduces a new logo for a better reputation. The second tape is where Lewis introduces Basili Link. In this video, Lewis's first character, the quieter one, is more prominent. He talks about a new device, specifically an app that allows parents to track their children. However, it's not as innocent as it sounds. Basili Land controls this app, and John the cleaner can turn it off. Even though the parents can't locate their child, Basili Land can still track them. The last tape is a remake of the old and best rules video. Lewis talks about not looking for any secrets, illusions, or holograms. He seems to be dismissive of these ideas, but he's wrong. This is a nod to the lore of Basili Land, which Lewis is addressing. He mentions not pushing any buttons, possibly referring to the red button in the generator room that activates Anthony's lights and leads to a frantic escape. Oh, don't create any videos about yourself. Oops, at the end, Lewis gets a bit angry, perhaps it's his Maniac personality. Then, we hear Lucas, actually, the beginning of the first tape 001. Now the question is, why would Basili Land include something they don't want on his tape? Well, we have to remember that in 2021, Bazilli Land is weak, and of course, there's Dark Glow. I meant to say Lewis. Lewis doesn't edit the tape himself, and the person editing this video may be helping Bazilli Land, which is why they included this. Well, this was the last tape where we hear Lewis. Now it's time for a little speculation. Lewis has been promoted to the owner of Bazilli Land, just for show, of course. Being in SMBL could mean one thing. Lewis might be giving them orders and actually be the one in charge of giving orders, missions, etc. It makes sense because he knows all of SMBL's strategies, their capabilities, and which unit is suitable for different tasks. Realistically, I don't have any other speculations, except one, but as big movies do these days, we'll save the other part for the next video.